Then I just want to do a quick little chat right quick. Give me 1 second. Okay. Put her back inside. This won't take me long, but I want to follow up because holy, did I strike some nerves yesterday. Whew. Some people have a real hard time with adult conversation, and you can tell. And it is really, really something that bothers me. So I just want to follow it up really quick. There was quite a few people that had a real hard time with the fact that we are able to discuss hard topics. Again, good morning, everybody. And it's not just one-sided. These conversations are so not one-sided. And people are so unwilling to even partake and understand. It's not that difficult. And I want to make something very clear. Like, this isn't the best quote last night that I saw anywhere was, this isn't Republican versus Democrat. This is humanity versus insanity. And that is so fucking true at this point. This is not a political party identifier. Yeah, there's problems, and we're not gonna sugarcoat stuff. The man still did not deserve to die. The man had some very controversial takes, very problematic things that were said, very harmful to women's rights. It is what it is. But the man did not deserve to die. I don't understand. Even if I disagree with somebody, their political takes, we can still admit there's a problem, and the man did not deserve to die. But a lot of people are really complicating this situation. Kyle and I talked about this last night, and I was like, it's a mind fuck to me that you can have these grown conversations with people. You can be very open. I don't have the solution. I know that something's got to change. I don't have the solution, but we need to start talking about there's a bigger problem here. And as soon as you start saying, you know what, we have a problem, we all want better. I don't give a shit what side you walk on, what side you identify with. If you want to sit there and say, now hear me out, because this is where people are pissed off. If you want to say your thoughts and prayers are working, okay, cool. Can we have a plan B? You know, can we do something else too? If you want thoughts and prayers, okay, cool. But can we do a plan B too? Can we start moving in the direction of actually like working towards something? Because people get real pissed off when I say the thoughts and prayers are not working. They're not fixing these situations. Again, a man lost his life yesterday in front of his family. It is horrific. 2 children were shot in our critical condition in Colorado. The shooter is no longer with us. All within the span of 10 minutes. It is such a shitty situation, but it's not that hard. It's really not that complicated. I don't think many of you, whatever side you identify on, are willing to say that things are fine. We're fine. We don't need to do anything. I think we're all kind of at that point of shit's got to start changing, and we've got to start adding other things into it. But be pissed off. If you want to be pissed off, be pissed off. Be pissed off that I am no longer willing to say, yeah, well, let's just wait and see if thoughts and prayers are going to work, because unfortunately we're losing too many lives. We need a plan B. Okay? It's not that fucking hard. Again, this isn't Republican versus Democrat. This is insanity versus humanity. And what we are seeing is insanity, and I don't give a shit. Again, where are you lying? It's really not that difficult. We need a plan B. We need to start putting things into action. You know what? People want to say it has to do with mental illness. Okay, then let's open up resources for mental illness. See, be proactive. Let's do something there. You want to talk about mental illness? Okay. You want to talk about common sense gun laws? Okay, cool. There's no reason why we can't find common ground here and do something, because right now all we're doing is saying their thoughts and prayers. And they're not fixing these at all. Something has to give. Mrs. Fletcher, I actually watched a video last night. So I think we see that so often that people do, especially people who have fought for common sense gun laws, women's rights. And I'm not speaking for them, but I was seeing a lot of different takes on that last night because I thought it was disgusting. Like posting the memes and celebrating and stuff. It's not a celebration. But I was listening to some people who actually work in the field of political stuff. One of them was explaining how people cope, even though it's fucked up, it's dark humor sometimes. Some of them are just assholes, but some people are also looking for understanding and they cope with things with dark humor, which I was like, okay, I can kind of get that. But some of the blatant celebrations were gross too, like flat out gross. So, but I saw another take on it. I mean, it was interesting to me because I instantly was like, ugh, this is so gross. But people are having multiple different feelings. Right. I agree with you, Mrs. Fletcher. I agree with you because it was something that was really bothering me, and I was like, it's still one of those things. Like I'm never going to be able to. Again, he's a father. I could sit here and go on and on about how he wanted the civil rights movement. He thought Martin Luther King was awful. Like I could go through on and on. And here's the thing that people are going to get pissed off at me about. We're going to talk about it in regards to people forget that Laura Lodge, Aiden Mattis, ran the Pennsylvania chapter of Turning Point USA. People often forget about this. Laura Lodge, Aiden Mattis, who inserted himself into Sebastian Rogers' case, ran the turning. We've talked about this previously. And I've talked about my opinions on the whole situation. He's the one, Aiden Mattis, when he ran the Turning Point USA chapter at Penn State, he's the one who started the professor watch list. Yeah, there's crossover there. And a lot of people forget about that. We talked about that months and months ago. But again, I'm not advocating for what Betty is doing. Like that's where so many people get so fucked up with conversations like this. If we can't have open conversations about, okay, you know what? Maybe there is a problem with mental health. Okay, let's fix it. Let's do something to work in that direction of providing resources, more resources, instead of cutting funding for all of these things, because that's what's currently happening. Let's talk about common sense. Common sense gun laws would not impact responsible gun owners, truly. Like, those are the things that people get so hot about, and they won't even listen. We are so much further together on what we want than we are apart. If we stop letting all of the bullshit, let's do something. Okay, let's start making moves, because again, if you're the praying type, pray. But pray that people actually become proactive and start doing something to prevent these from happening. Charlie should have never been shot yesterday, and neither should have those students in Colorado. Exactly, I'm just 57. Yep. Absolutely, Texas Blue Bonnet. Yep. Yeah, he is. Kim, abso-fucking-lutely he is. He's yeah. Well, it's also really scary that they haven't even found the guy yet either. Like that's pretty. I'm really surprised that they didn't have a better Well, I'm surprised they didn't have him behind bulletproof glass or anything. Like, I'm really shocked that at this climate that he was not better secured. Truly, that's shocking to me, because the controversial, like, it's been escalating. And again, here's the thing where people have such like knee-jerk reactions of political violence is never okay. I heard somebody say, is it never okay? Look what with Hitler, like, he needed to be taken out. No, it's not okay. But in situations, like, you can't expect people to also just be like, condemn everything all at once. People are going to have a fucking hard time reconciling what we've seen over the last few years. Oh my God, Cinda. And that's the other thing too. People get really offended and they think I just hate Trump. Yeah, no, I don't like your orange Cheeto. I'm sorry, but I love my friends who do. I love that for you. If you love him, you love him. I just am not a fan, not any way, shape, or form. But it doesn't cause issues with me and my friends because me and my friends actually talk about the policy procedure and we realize and recognize that Trump's just the Cheeto in the White House right now, and the money around him is more the the problem. They're kind of running things, but hell, it is what it is. And Kay called him a Cheeto yesterday or the other day, and that was like the perfect definition. I used to call him the Orange Man. Again, if you love him, I love that for you. Love him. It's weird to me. I Politicians are usually all corrupt. I don't like it. Oh, here's another thing. Let me clear this up too because people got really upset with Kyle and I. Woo! It's good though. It made me feel good. It made me feel alive. That conversation yesterday makes me feel alive when like real shit's being talked about. Um, as far as the Epstein files go, expose all of them. I don't give a fuck if they're Republican, Democrat. I don't give a shit. Expose them all. I don't care. I want it all exposed. It's not a party thing for me. Expose all the creeps. Do it. It all should be put out. Fucking every one of them. Let's know who it is. I am not coddling none of it. None of it. But this is a conversation that really shows me that people are really insecure about having because they want to sit here and talk about how we need to protect children. Protect children, protect children, protect children. We need to protect all the children. But yet these are the people who refuse to take part in being proactive about, let's do something. This isn't working. Let's do something. You want to talk about mental health? Okay, let's open up more resources. Let's get funding to the people who need it. Starting with our own veterans. Let's let them have access to health care and things that they need. There's no reason why we have homeless veterans. There's no fucking reason, but here we are, the greatest country in the world, and our servicemen and women struggle to survive. Let's talk about doing common sense things because common sense things don't impact responsible gun ownership. Oh, Hank, quit. Let's use another tragedy to do something about it because I'm fucking really sick of it. And I'm sick and tired, and it's not my Christian friends that I'm sick of. Please don't pray all you want. Do that. Let's go there. But let's do something alongside it. Okay, that can be your first line of defense, but can we have a plan B and a plan C? People are waiting for God to fix it. Okay, well, first of all, you got to decide which God, because people believe in different things. No shade, but let's be realistic here. So we got to decide who's supposed to be fixing this because they're not fixing it. So let's put something else in place. You can, first line of duty, you want to pray, but let's put something else in place. Pray but act. Exactly, Lindsay. It's not that hard. So I'm sorry that yesterday, it goes way further than gun rights. But that's the thing is we have to start doing something. Just talking about it and saying, and no, do we have the answer? You heard Kyle and I talk about that yesterday. If you didn't, go listen. We don't have the answer. We absolutely do not. A man lost his life yesterday, and it's a tragedy that, should have never happened. My heart goes out to his wife and his children that were right there. Like, I don't wish that on a fucking soul. I do not have hate in my heart that just because I can't stand somebody's political beliefs or the rhetoric that they spewed and the harm that they did, especially to women's rights, and the narratives that they pushed with this. Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of fucking problematic shit. But I can still say, I don't care for your views, your beliefs, the things that came out of your mouth, but you don't deserve to die. We can do that. We can fucking do that. We can have all of that. Both things can exist, and it doesn't mean we hate these people. Again, people need to stop being so tunnel vision. It's not a Republican versus a Democrat. It's a humanity versus insanity. And I'm sorry, we're heading further and further into insanity. And people that push this fucking bullshit that just thoughts and prayers are going to fix it. No, it's not. No, it's not. We've been doing this. We're at 47 school shootings. No. Can we do something else? I know, Mrs. Fletcher. I know. Tripper, that's all we can do. That's all we can fucking do is open a conversation. Again, we can start talking about the reality. None of us want this. Fuck yeah, they do, Texas Bluebonnet. Exactly, Liza. Exactly. It's not about the president. And that's the thing, people instantly, as soon as, oh, you hate Trump? Yeah, no, I do, okay? I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat shit. You guys know that. I've made my views very fucking clear, but those are my personal beliefs. Again, he is one talking head. He's one. I don't give a shit. I don't like any politicians, really. I'm kind of an equal opportunity hater on that field, too. There's a few that I like, very few. But it's not about them. They're just the talking heads with the money around. It's the fucking billionaires that are running shit. Sorry. This is bigger than them. Well, Trooper, then fucking check out. Check out. See that button right there? This is the thing. You're a grown fucking adult. It is so weird to me, and this is so irritating to me, too. There's people in here that love Trump. That fucking hate what's happening. But they're not in here trying to stop me from talking about how I feel about it. Betty's a fucking problem. Oh, and BJ, let me scold your fucking ass too. I don't ever want to fucking hear you say, I'm praying for the family as your fucking sawn log. Fucking talking about this horrific tragedy. You said that Evergreen was a college. You didn't even do your fucking research as you... Fucking sawing logs. It was fucking disgusting. Garden Glitter, I do too, but this is so much further than beyond him too. Yeah, people are... I've seen a lot of that. Right. Well, and people are just... This gun violence stuff, it's such a fucking weird situation. And then you have people like Betty. I'm never going to be okay with fucking Betty or people like her. And there's more like her than people want to admit. There's a lot of them right around you. The anti-Muslim takes that Betty has been posting on X are extremely concerning. Extremely. Hold on just a moment. Yeah. It's not, yeah, Garden Glitter. That's why I came on to say, this is so... I heard that quote yesterday on TikTok. Somebody wrote that on TikTok. Hey, it was just in a comment section. And I was like, you know what? That is so fucking true, because this is so beyond political affiliation and a political identifier and thoughts and prayers. Like, you want to watch people get pissed off, say, okay, can we add something else to your thoughts and prayers? Can we do a plan B? They get real upset. So, anyways, I just wanted to follow that up. Yeah, NF, it is. I'm so angry that all I saw on my Facebook feed was about Kirk. Only saw 3 posts. Yeah, there's very few people talking about Evergreen. Sorry, Cinda, sorry. Right, be nice, try it. And you know what the crazy thing is people have been taught, here's the thing too, we come from a generation, at least I do, that politics and religion were not supposed to be discussed. Yeah, that's a problem. That's why we are in the place where we are, because if you actually talk to people about it, if you actually break down policy and what people really believe in, we're a lot closer together, whether they identify as conservative, independent. There's a lot more common ground, because most people can see that there's a problem. Most people are not okay with their kids' schools getting shot up. Most people are not okay with Charlie Kirk being shot yesterday. Most people want to be proactive. Most people are common sense, responsible gun owners that do have them, that engage in these chats. Laws wouldn't, that would not impact them owning weapons. Nobody's trying to strip people of weapons. But as soon as you start, you just hate Trump. Bitch, what? Yeah, I do. Yep, sure do. I do. I don't care for, again, I know it makes some of you cringe, but he's civilly convicted of rape. So there's that. Like, I'm not going to condone it whether the person's sitting in the White House or the person's sitting in the fucking trap house. I'm not going to be okay with sexual assault. Sorry. Release the fucking Epstein files and expose every one of them. Don't give a fuck their political affiliation. Expose all the corruption. Fuck them and feed them fish. Do it all. Fail swoop. That's where Kyle and I stand. And it's really not that complicated. We just want a better future for our girls and the people we love and care about. That's it. And the random stranger. It's really not that hard. Sure am, Jazz. Preference saltine. Exactly. It's release them all. Fucking expose it all. And let's get rid of people. Can we also send people like Betty to Alligator Alcatraz since they're so fucking. I want to mention that too. Fuck you, Betty. Fuck you. So you are fucking promoting Alligator Alcatraz where you want people who are not, what does Chico say? The complexion for the protection to be sent. You want people that you deem illegal on this land to be sent to a place so they could potentially get eaten by alligators. The swamp. The swamp. You are so giddy over it. You bought a fucking merch shirt. Again, merch. You bought a shirt to represent your beliefs on it and sending people there. But then I heard you say in that fucking come apart yesterday that you care about people. You give a fuck about people. Your reaction yesterday to Kirk passing away was quite an exceptional performance because you sure don't fucking have that energy if it's somebody of any other ethnicity in any way, shape, or form. And I'm not shitting you either. She bought herself and showed it proudly on live stream in Alligator Alcatraz. And if you don't know, that's basically a new age concentration camp that was being made to house illegal immigrants that were being picked up by ICE in the Florida Everglades. So I have a real hard time that, human lives matter. Yeah, all human lives matter. Every one of them. You know what? A lot of these people I can't fucking fault for wanting to come to America for a better life either. That some of these people live in war-torn countries. We really still have it pretty well, except for the fucking issues that continue to happen that, thoughts and prayers are going to fix. No, they're not. No, they're fucking not. No, they're not. Can we get a plan B? That's all I'm asking. Can we just come up with a plan B? Can we start being a little bit more proactive? Can we start doing that? Can we start educating ourselves on what we vote for, what policies are in place? Another thing, Chico and I talked about this the other day too, and it was really frustrating for both of us. The Emmanuel Haro case, I'm going to use that as an example because people sit there and throw all this shit out. Oh, it's the judge's fault. It's the this. No, it's the voter's fault. Unfortunately, the man was let out because of sentencing guidelines that were put in place that people voted for. Jail reform, sentencing guidelines, sentencing max and minimums. That's why the judge was able to even give a sentence. The traveling judge, fuck it, throw it all out. People are not educated about what they're voting in for policy, and the sentencing mandates come with it. These are just symptoms of a problematic policy. That's it. Can we also discuss what on earth Alligator Alcatraz was? Yeah, it's fucking the swamp. It's the swamp. It's the weirdest. Plus, there's like a landing strip. It's fucking crazy. It's super fucking weird. I just needed to say that though because it always pisses people off. I always get excited though. For those of you that know me, this is where I get excited. I feel alive after conversations like that because they are huge moments where we can actually find more common ground, and people get so pissed off at you and you're like, wait, but you actually are saying the same thing. You want to say, okay, mental health is an issue. I agree. Get more resources. Stop cutting resources for mental health. Stop doing that. Give more protections to the doctors and therapists, all of that stuff. Give more protections, open up more resources, and let's address it. I'm good with that. Let's address the homelessness. Let's address our vets not having access to service. Let's do all that. Let's give women their rights, because that's kind of a big thing too. Yeah.
What time does your school start? I had a conversation that
Sorry, sis. Is right here.
we're cutting her phone off until she gets her grades up.
Okay.
And she said okay.
Okay.
We're agreeing on some stuff.
It's really weird, Allie. It's really weird. Yes, Liberty, there you go. Instead, they're cutting Medicaid, right? Exactly. And that's the things that people, like, are really upset about. Well, it is strange that they built a New Age concentration camp there for Thor. That's the weird part about it. It's the swamp. Nobody should be living in that environment. They should not be housing anybody there. There's plenty of other places. Tessa, freedom of speech and expression may make you uncomfortable. Not at all. But like you, a person has the right to exercise the right without persecution. What? When did I say you couldn't speak? Never said that, Tessa. I think you missed the point again, and this is the problem, is because I'm not trying to take anybody's speech away. I'm trying to tell Marvy to speak the fuck up. Actually, if you want to know truthfully, speak the fuck up. Stand for something. Stop sitting there and saying, "Oh, you don't want to hear us talk." No, I'd like to hear you talk. I'd like to hear you talk common sense, though. Common sense. I'm sick of hearing your prayers. I'm sorry. Again, to my Christian friends, nothing about you. Please keep praying, because most of you want a plan B. Most of you I've had conversations with, and you want a plan B. This has nothing to do with freedom of speech. Nobody's trying to take that. We're trying to have some common sense discussions about, okay, how can we get these things to stop? Sorry, Tessa, but I'm kind of sick of seeing more and more families burying their children because of gun violence in schools. Sorry, you call it hypocritical. I call it reality. Again, you believe in what you want to believe in. But like I said, I don't give a fuck if it's Fred, the green alien in the sky. I don't care what you believe in, what you worship, anything like that. We need a plan B. Okay, that's it. Chico, that too. Tunnel to towers, but every time I donate, I get so angry because the veterans should never. Right. I'm just 57. That's the crazy thing, is our own military veterans who served for our freedoms. People talk about it, but we're not doing anything again. We're cutting funding for access to the VA. We're cutting funding for veterans. We're cutting resources. We're cutting programs in schools like the IEPs, the access. Like, people are getting more and more pissed off. You take resources that people need, Medicaid, Medicare, housing, things of that nature. And this is going to sound very socialist. Ooh, don't be scared. But you want to talk about the problems, we got to talk about fixing them.
Me and my friends were just having a conversation last night about rich people and how
the billionaires.
If all these billionaires, millionaires helped people and actually everything, nobody would be suffering.
We'd be in a lot better spot if people right. I know.
Just one millionaire, billionaire could buy a whole.
That's my 23-year-old talking.
Complex for all these homeless people.
I know, sis.
Me and my friends were talking about this last night because of what.
All of my girls were talking. Wooddrake, same.
Well, because we were talking about it because of the Charlie Kirk thing, and everybody, like, there's people cheering about it, and
it's disgusting.
People that are like very sad and like crying, and I'm just there like.
Oh, remind me to show you the guy on TikTok that I follow, the sniper guy. I'm sure you've seen Kyle and I watch him. I can't remember his name right now. I'll send you his TikTok later. He broke my heart. He was so heartbroken, and he's like, we're fucked. He's like, everything I fucking have fought for, we just fucking went back another 10 years. Parker was there.
What, the Parker guy? And then there's the
Harry.
The blonde-haired guy. They don't realize that they're him.
Yeah, on the other side. Him. No, I think Parker had that realization yesterday. Because, and another thing too is,
Dean.
Oh yeah, Dean.
Yeah, we were on live yesterday.
Dean and Parker, yeah. These young boys, like, are choosing to debate these hot button topics, and they're using their words. They're using their words and their brains. I'm all for healthy debates. But unfortunately, when you foster an environment where we've done this to ourselves. We really have. And it's just fucking shitty ones. Right. Blank screen. It's super sad. But I just wanted to say that really quick because I know a lot of people were so pissed off with Kyle and I. Be pissed off. Please.
About what?
When I start losing subs because I'm talking about this shit, it makes me excited. Don't think you're gonna fucking hurt my feelings by hitting that unsub button. But also save your fucking breath and coming in here and fucking preaching to me about how I have no empathy. No, bitch, I have empathy. My empathy just means movement. Like, I have complete empathy for his family. The man shouldn't have died. I've never fucking wavered on that. Like, it's fucking sick. But my empathy is lighting a fire under my ass, and we got to do something.
Wait, who's getting mad?
Oh, I got an email. No, 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 I got a couple of emails last night.
What I was thinking,
I'll show them to you later.
yeah, it's sad nobody should die, but at the same time, we have school shootings almost every week.
Well, it was a shooting at a college campus again, like truly.
Well, there's kids
But that's the
dying
thing
in
that
AR-15.
we were talking about that yesterday too. Like, a lot of people didn't even know that 2 students were shot and in critical condition in Evergreen, at Evergreen High School, and that the shooter died. Like, people didn't even realize that happened within 10 minutes because it floods the zone.
I don't
And that's
know,
a part
I care
of.
about one person.
No,
that
Lynn
because
agreed.
they're-
100%. That's what we're talking
I care
about.
the one person because he's on their side of things.
Right.
But they don't care about kids.
Right. Right. And people, there is a lot of
But-
people that are pointing out, and it's going to happen, and it's got to be talked about because, unfortunately, again, Charlie should have never died. He should have never fucking died. But he also shouldn't
And this
have
is why in 2025 the kids
helped foster an environment that
disagreements.
we need to bring back. Like, again, he shouldn't have died. But there is the discussion that's going to happen about we have to put some common sense in place too, so more of these tragedies are prevented. His
Did you
wife
see
and
the
children
video
should
of
have
the guy
never had to see what they saw
running on the
yesterday.
roof?
That should never be a fucking thing. That people, young people, 31 years old, a young family, should go to a debate to use their fucking words to debate political topics, which they shouldn't even be that hot button, really. None of us want gun violence. None of us want children's schools shot up. If you stand for fucking children, stand the fuck up and actually be about something. Stop hiding under this fucking umbrella that, thoughts
Yeah.
and... Stop.
I don't want to hear all these Trumpies cry about this because they legit are okay with school shootings.
Well,
They-
they're not okay with it. No,
They-
no,
no,
that's
they
wrong.
support
No,
guns.
no.
That's it.
Right. They support common sense gun laws, though, sis. You're wrong on that. They don't support murder and mass.
But when it comes to one of their kind of people,
I know. I understand what you're saying. Where she's going with this is because when the Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota, nobody said a fucking word. In fact, we were told to get over it. I think that was J.D. Vance that said, get over it. It's a fucking... People are angry. You can hear her. She's angry.
my friend
She's...
last night, he was like very upset about it, and I'm like, okay.
You want to see how our household goes? There you go.
Talk to me about school shootings and how you feel about it, and then let me know. Because like,
I
they
get
have
it.
to fear their lives every day.
I know.
They don't know if they're gonna die or not.
I know. And this is coming from an ex-Trumper. I don't know how many of you remember when I first got on here, Kenzie had all of the... And it's, again, it's not that she hates him. It's that she can't stand what politicians stand for anymore. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see what Trump did?
Oh, I'm just 57. You don't even understand. This kid is an ex-Trumper. Like, when she speaks, she's speaking from she voted for Trump the first time she could ever vote. She actually voted for Trump. She used to call him Daddy Trump. It was disgusting.
not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Daddy Trump. Yes, you did.
I was messing with you because you guys
Ugh.
would get so mad about it.
Yeah, it was gross. It's gross. He's a
Yeah,
he's a
'cause I was
president.
messing with you.
But then Kyle taught her to research. She started joining conversations about things, and we didn't force her to change her
Did you
opinion.
see what Trump did though yesterday? He put the flag like in the middle.
At
Like,
half
he doesn't
staff,
do it
yeah.
for
I don't even-
shootings.
I kn-
My friend, he's on that side. and
I
he's
know.
like,
I-
That's one thing that I saw that is really messed up.
I know they were ordered to be flown, but they don't do that for school shootings. They didn't
They don't
do
do
that
that
for
for-
Democratic lawmakers. They didn't do that. We were told to get over. I know. But again, I'm trying to bridge that gap. Just because they were fucking terrible about this doesn't mean, again, Charlie shouldn't have died.
No.
Period, point blank,
But
end of story.
still.
That's a life. His family didn't deserve that.
That just shows who Trump actually cares about. He don't care about them goddamn kids.
Yeah, casual art. Yep, she did. Yeah. Tessa, this isn't weird. This is a real conversation. There's nothing weird about this. I don't know if you're unwilling to have hard conversations or talk about real things. If you are, you're not going to be up to par in this arena here.
If you can't have a conversation about politics or anything, just don't talk.
He should have never had to die. He should have never had to die. Ever.
That's the thing.
Fire off conversations, not guns. Exactly.
That's the thing with
Yep.
this generation is it's
Obviously,
violence.
Tessa, you have a real hard time with hearing anybody speak because you're trying to take people's freedom of speech. Absolutely not. Just start speaking.
What?
Just start talking. You kind of give Betty vibes when you do that because this isn't about taking anyone's freedom of speech. That's not what we're doing. It's asking, can we just do something different? That's it. That's all.
Do something.
But I'm going to leave you guys now.
What? They're mad about that?
What?
You're saying you're trying to take the freedom of speech away? Is that what that person's saying?
Yeah, they came in here and said some stupid shit like that.
Isn't it dumb?
And my content's hypocritical. No, it's not. It's pro-humanity. But again,
If you are
people
right in
like
your
these
head,
extremists-
you think none of this is okay.
some of these extremists that wave guns around and shit either, I'm not going to pretend that we're not seeing what we're seeing either. So there's that. It's pretty simple. Be a good human. Don't be a piece of shit. Let's start doing something.
Just look at what person you support, though, because he don't care.
That's it. That's all.
He only cares about you, the one side, and that's it.
And if you should hear my household constantly. It's constantly
But it's so sad because
like
in
this.
this generation, nobody can have conversations. You can't have
Hate speech is not free,
disagreements.
right?
You can't have political disagreements. You can't have different views. You can't have none of that anymore.
Right, Jay Fox. I get Kyle. One of the emails yesterday said, I can't believe you let Kyle be disrespectful to snowflakes. First of all, Kyle didn't fucking know the caps thing. Okay, they got over it. Snowflakes and Kyle got over it and they were fine. Why are you complaining about Kyle and somebody else? That man, if you think that was fired up, oh God bless it. Hold on. If you can't stand a strong man talking very, very openly about his beliefs, he raises 3 girls. I mean, he don't just talk about this stuff. He invests time and energy in teaching
Mad
people.
about the abortion ban than we were.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
That legit tore him up.
Yep. Oh, absolutely that, Michelle. Very, very much
Which
so.
Most men should care about.
Absolutely, Liza. That's why I said, and I'll say it again before we get out of here because I'm going to go over to Granny's because she's on. But I just wanted to make sure, like I said this. I said this in the beginning and I'll say it again. This is so beyond. I saw this quote on TikTok. You already didn't know that. This is not a Republican or a Democrat or conservative or Republican, whatever the fucking identify. I don't give a shit, okay? This is a humanity versus insanity. That's truly all it is. That's why there was a lot of people in here that I differ with politically, but we can have the conversations because we're a lot further in line. None of us want to see gun violence continue. None of us want to see another school shot up. None of us want to see another Charlie Kirk killed. None of us want that. We want mental health issues to be addressed. We want gun control, common sense. We don't want to take people's guns. That's not the purpose. That's
Lynn,
not
that's not enough, though. Having guards and stuff out of school is not enough.
We already do that.
In the school.
We already do that. We have guards at school, and we
We need
actually have metal detectors.
on every door and locks on every door.
Yeah.
And just block
Yeah.
everything.
Yes, we have that common
Sadly,
ground
that's not
and
enough.
common understanding as people. Truly. Yep. Yep.
Because there was that.
Yeah.
It wasn't school shooting, but there was violence.
Oh, wishful thinking. She's learning.
There was that kid. Remember, Mom?
Oh, here we go.
In the morning, he stabbed this other student with the
Oh,
scissors.
the first day
with
here
scissors.
in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's even like just they grab items and.
Yeah, and somebody said it. I think it was Shelby Lynn said it last night too. One more thing that I'm thinking of. Kenzie keeps getting me. Shelby Lynn made a point. it starts in our homes. Like, you got to have these conversations with your children. Yesterday, my girls were so fucked up when they came home from school, and we had to talk about it because their friends saw Twitter. Their friends saw the video. Their friends watched this horrific video. And again, fuck you, BJ. I want to say this too. That bitch, after she gets called out, let me, I'm going to head to Granny's in a minute because I need to saw. That bitch is on live stream, and yes, I'm going to use her as an example because you are sick, disgusting, and this is why nobody takes you fucking seriously, and we have some common ground about how disgusting you are. In the midst of her talking about this tragedy, she nods out. Sleeps for, I don't know, like 10 minutes fucking straight, okay? She comes to, people start talking to her about falling asleep and, calling her out on her shit. Her own people in her chat, she was throwing a fucking fit. And she's like, I can't believe that you are talking about that when this man, we had to watch this man. No, bitch, you didn't have to watch it. You went to X and found that video to watch it. She was trying to make, we had to see that. No, you didn't. His family did, though. His wife and children were right fucking there. And you are such a selfish bitch that you use that tragedy. Oh, you don't know where we are in this world. No shit. It's people like you and your fucking extremist, weirdo, fucking radical boyfriend with your fucking fucked up views and irresponsible bullshit that people can identify. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, there's unfortunately a lot of people like you that... Okay. It was disgusting. Her and Betty fucking using that shit yesterday just pisses me off again. I was never a Charlie Kirk fan. I never fucking blinked an eye about that. There's, again, you can link it to the Sebastian. We've talked about Turning Point USA. We talked about Aiden running the chapter at Penn State. Again, I don't give a fuck. The man didn't deserve to die, period. And please keep praying if that's what you do. Please keep praying. But just start saying, yeah, we need prayers end. XYZ. We need prayers end. Okay? That's all I'm asking. Okay. Humanity versus insanity. I'm good with that. Absolutely, PD. That's where I stand too. Yes, we got to do better. Right. Absolutely. I love you guys. I love prayers in action. Yep. Prayers in action. P&A. Prayers in action. ASU. Yes. You got to put legs behind your prayers. Okay. I thought that was going to go a different route there for a second there, Lindsay, but no, you're right. We got to put legs behind those. Yep. It's hard to avoid. Yeah, but she went to look at it and then used it over. Oh, I'm just 57. I had to unwind and I was so pissed off. But then I was like watching all the things and you know me, I want to go see all of the things. So I was watching one side to the other, and I was just like, okay, I need a break. Yeah, it starts at home. We got to do better, and we got to teach our children better, and we got to teach them that we're fighting with words. We can fight with words. Well, some people on here, here's another true reflection. Look at this. People can't handle criticism. People can't handle words. There's people out here that are stuck. They are stuck 2 to 3 years later, obsessing over shit. Move the fuck on. Go find yourself other people. You're not my people. Cool. People get obsessed and stuck over shit too. And then, they can't correlate it to a bigger issue. And it's like, okay, we're about progression. Some of you are about obsession. Okay. Glad I let Kenzie out today. Oh, you guys, you should hear her and Kyle's conversations. They're actually really interesting to just kind of lurk and be an observer to, because he makes her go find primary sources. Like, she'll come out and say, did you know this? And he's like, yeah, that's not true, sis. And he'll be like, even though it's some hot button topic or whatever, he'll be like, that's not true. Actually, this was debunked here, there, no matter which side it is. And she'll come back and she's like, oh, okay, well, I learned this, but actually this, or, things like that. It was great. It's great. Absolutely, PI. That's what I'm going to scream to the rooftops. That man did not deserve to die. Charlie Kirk, I had no a couple months ago, I spoke very openly about my thoughts on Charlie Kirk because I knew, first of all, Betty worshipped him, and I know I followed that sector of the rhetoric and stuff like that. I've seen the conversations, I've seen his hot button takes. And here's another thing: you cannot get pissed off. Let me say this: you cannot get pissed off when people are repeating empathy, his quotes on empathy either. Those are things, and people do that. It's not right. The man didn't deserve to die. But people are going to do that because that's how they cope with shit. They're trying to reconcile. Here we are again. They go to use their words to battle it out, and somebody brings a gun to a word fight. We got to start being able to educate our people so they can actually learn how to fight with their words instead of having to retreat to a weapon. Realism, not activism. Yes, NF, that makes sense. Oh my God, he did a parody, Kathy. He did a parody? Now that's the shit that I just can't. Like, I can understand a little bit of dark humor. Some people have to cope in that. But then there's that other side of it that's just fucking vile, disgusting, like parodies like that. That's just gross. In the middle of, from what I know, I don't know exactly where he was in his speech. Y'all, Nana's not drunk. But what I was watching was they were talking about mass shootings. Yes, exactly, what Drake. I didn't see that blank screen. I did not see that he was blaming mass shootings on, but again, I didn't see that. I'll have to go watch that exact. He was asked about transgender and mass shootings. That I do know for a fact, yeah. I think it was both, Chico. I think there was a conversation, but he was on the mass shooting part, not just the transgender. I think there was something mentioned in that. So it would be valid to say that was mentioned, but I don't think that was actually the conversation. I think had moved to just mass shootings. I think it was, yeah. Yeah, it's valid to say that was brought up. Yes. Yeah. Right, Bree. Yeah, I'll have to go clip that exact because there was so much said in those debates, but there is something in there that, yeah, because that's right when it happened. The other top story yesterday uses her. Yeah, Marsha, that was horrific too. Horrific. Again, we need to teach our kids better that we don't respond to words with violence. And I'm going to go here, and this is a great way to end and head to Granny's. You want to talk about things of this nature, BJ, then start talking about the problems and recognizing what all of us are seeing. Because if people can't correlate the fucking shit going on, again, you're raising children, right? You say that all the time. Then stop normalizing poor behavior with weapons, because you're teaching very irresponsible bullshit that when somebody's fifi gets hurt, they wave a pew-pew around, a gun around. That's not teaching people to fight words with words. That's teaching people that you're the victimhood, and when you don't get your way, you bring a gun. Yeah. How many transgender mass shootings? Yeah, there was something mentioned in there. I'll have to go get the exact quote. It wasn't completely in that full direction, but there was discussion about it, yes. Absolutely. Okay, you guys. Oh, 100% PI. I'm not going to speak for that community at all. The rhetoric that's been with all of that, that's something that I just don't understand. Again, why do people care? Why are people so concerned about others living their authentic, true selves? I don't get it. It's not affecting you. It's not harming you. It's not harming your rights at all. I don't get why we can't just praise and welcome everybody living their authentic lives. I don't know why that's such a fucking issue for some people. I don't get why people's sexuality is such an issue. I don't get this shit. This is where I struggle, but all right. I'll see you guys at Granny's. Oh, blank screen. He went off yesterday, if you didn't see it. He did go off yesterday. He did. He went off. Okay, I'll see you guys at Granny's. Bye.